the lower your myostatin levels, the more your muscle will grow and the more body fat will go away, you know what I mean? So if you ever know people, and you all know people, right? You all know people who they don't work out, they don't do much, and they look shredded, they look jacked, they look in shape, they're always in shape, they don't do much, okay? And that's because they've got low myostatin levels genetically, naturally, okay? Like you know what I mean? Everyone's got different levels, but the higher your myostatin levels, the harder it is to lose body fat, to keep muscle, to look good. You know what I mean? You might be working out a lot and you're not getting much results from it. So I'm going to give you a few things, a few tips that you can do in your lifestyle, in your routine, to keep your myostatin levels naturally, temporarily lowered. If you do this every day, there will be a bit less, so you'll be able to build muscle, keep muscle, lose body fat, okay? And again, it's not going to be huge differences, but it will make a little difference if you do all these things, okay? So the first one, okay, is resistance training every day, doing weights, doing calisthenics, because after resistance training, especially if you're doing high volume and you're getting lactic acid, or if you're doing supersets, like a lot of exercise at once, not much break, and you're getting lactic acid, after that, their myostatin levels are lowered for about 8 to 10 hours, about 8 hours. Okay, so if you want to speed it up, go to the gym twice a day, once in the morning and once at night, but do lots of resistance training and lots of weights. Cardio, any training works. Any training works, but cardio is not nearly as effective as weights and resistance training, okay? Tell you a story. When I was like a young boy, I'm assuming about 12 or something, my best friend, we used to go swimming club, we used to go, and that's when I started really getting into the working out and wanting to be strong and look better and be strong, you know, like every man, every guy wants to be the strongest guy they can be, you know what I mean? It's like a natural male drive. So, and my friend was always more shredded than me, he was more jacked than me, you know, I never understood, because he didn't do much, so I was always like, in the back of my head, is like, I'm going to beat him, you know what I mean, I'm going to get ripped than him, so I would be doing weights and stuff in my room. 12 years old, I had small dumbbells. It motivated me, but now I'm older and I understand why, because it's a natural genetic thing. Myostatin levels, he must have had lower than me, you know what I mean? So he didn't do any much more work than me. He did work out and he was in shape, but so I always like, I'm gonna get you, you know what I mean? But I was working hard and I couldn't get it, but now I realise it's a genetic thing. But now I'm older, and I do this in the gym, I train myself, and I notice when I train and do all these things, I do look ripped. I don't have hardly any body fat on me right now. And so I'll keep my myostatin levels lowered naturally, okay? Some people can take steroids and everything, I would never do that. It's not good to be unnatural. You're not going to feel right in your body, you're not going to act like your true self, you can never be your best self. You're reliant on something, it's messing up your hormones. It's not the way, it's definitely really not good, you know? So lower your myostatin levels naturally. I said resistance training. Once a day minimum, maybe twice if you want them to keep that myostatin levels lowered, okay? Twice a day. Full body workouts, full body, high volume, superset, get the lactic acid, you know what I mean? Push, fatigue those muscles, yeah? Cardio as well, it adds. Coffee can help. So have a coffee, a black coffee before you train, that will help, you know what I mean? But don't do coffee at night, just before you train, black coffee, resistance training, and then do it again twice a day. Boom, keep that myostatin levels lowered, okay? Creatine can help. I don't use that, I never tried it, but I do a lot of studies and creatine can help, you know, so if you want to take creatine before the gym, it will help, you know. Vitamin D and sunlight, so try and get in the summertime, be out in the sun all the time, get the sun on you, and that will keep it lowered. You definitely notice, you know, I notice myself, when I'm out in the sun, I feel like I've got more hormones, my hormones are working better and everything, you know, so. Testosterone boosting supplements help, because the more testosterone you got, the less estrogen you have, and the less estrogen you have, the lower myostatin levels you'll have, you know. Estrogen blocking or reducing supplements as well, like DIM, stuff like that, they can help, so take a little bit of that as well. DIM, D-I-M, really good. There are some more hardcore stuff, but I don't recommend you take them. I'm not trying to do that, we're trying to be natural over here, so the more you can get your testosterone up and your estrogen down, the lower your myostatin levels will be, the leaner and more, the better physique you'll have, you know what I mean? But you want to make this a lifestyle, something you can do every day as part of your routine, you know, go to the gym, do resistance training every day. If you did all this one day, do all this the next day, but ideally just work your full body, you know what I mean? If you do one leg exercise one day, do a different leg exercise the next day and a different one the next day, or just do the same, it doesn't matter. The more lactic acid, the more resistance training, the better, okay? Green tea and natural natural chocolate can help. I drink a lot of green tea, so that helps also with the thermic effect of food. So drinking a lot of green tea keeps your metabolism up and it burns off calories and helps burn body fat naturally just by drinking that, okay? Getting more REM sleep, so deep sleep, okay? You want to try and get that deep REM sleep every night. I don't get that anymore since I had long COVID. I wake up a lot, but if you can sleep deep through 8 hours and get yourself the most time, that'll keep the myostatin levels lowered. Your muscles will recover and grow better. Okay, so the main one is resistance training, nucleus overload training. If you ever heard that, it's working your full body every day and doing high volume. So doing like at least 100 reps on every part, you know, hundreds of reps, and that is the best way to lower your myostatin levels. If you go to the gym twice a day and do resistance training, that'll keep it lowered all the time, you know. So resistance training is the number one, okay, and then all the other things like vitamin D and coffee and boost testosterone and lower estrogen, all that help as well. So this is a way you can live a lifestyle, so you're walking around and you're always looking your best, lowest body fat, your muscles are growing good and looking good, you know what I mean? So it's a really, really good thing to think about. Myostatin, again, some people, you don't want to if you're born with a genetic condition, okay, so some people are born with a genetic myostatin deficiency, and that's where people just look jacked all the time. You would think they're on steroids, but they're not. It's just they've got lowered myostatin and they've been born with it. And none of us, we're not like that. I don't think. They might be, maybe some people, but what we're trying to do is just keep ours lowered slightly as a lifestyle to get a little bit, to look better, less body fat on an everyday life, okay? So I hope some of these tips help. It's not just if you're trying to look better, you know, try to improve your physique, build muscle and lose fat, then take some of these tips, you know, go to the gym, train your full body every day, do high volume, do supersets, have lactic acid, train 1, 2 or even 3 times a day if you can some days, you know, get your sleep, vitamin D, capsule during the winter, summer be out in the sun all the time, have both, whatever, testosterone boosting supplements if you have the money for it, okay, testosterone boosting diet and food, and lower estrogen, so DIM, and there is other ones, but the only one I would take is DIM. That's the only one I take. If I had more money, I would maybe think about more, but a little bit of estrogen's okay, you know, you do need some, so. And that's it, you know, green tea, dark chocolate, there is a lot more, so do your own research on how to lower your myostatin levels naturally, and write a list and try and apply as much of these 10 different things you have in your daily routine and in your lifestyle, and that way you're naturally going to look your best, feel your best, you know what I mean, your body fat will be low and your muscles will grow and they'll stick out, you know what I mean. So that's it, myostatin, something I've been learning lately, something different. For years I've never knew about this myostatin and how you can manipulate it in your own body so you can look better, your physique will look better, okay? Good. This is mainly for bodybuilding people, not so much for my boxers, but everything on this myostatin lifestyle that I'm recommending for you, the low myostatin lifestyle, everything is good for being your best self, you know, so take some of this stuff and apply it. Okay, so I even wrote some of these down just in case you missed it, yeah? So to have a lifestyle where you've got lowered myostatin levels, you're keeping them naturally lowered in check. These are some of the things you can do. So, right, so we've got resistance training, weights, calisthenics, full body workouts, high volume, a lot of repetitions, 1 to 3 times a day, because every 8 hours this is lowered after doing full body resistance training. Nucleus overload, research how to do that. Okay, it's a training system where you're doing high volume on every muscle of your body every day. Okay, supersets, so doing lots of exercises in one with little rest between, because that promotes lactic acid, and that's what you want. Okay, more fatigue and more lactic acid in your workout, the better. Okay, so that's the main contributor. But we've got boost testosterone levels. Okay, have natural higher testosterone levels. Lower your estrogen levels, so naturally lower your estrogen levels. Have more sun and vitamin D in your day, so more sun. If you're not getting sun, take a supplement. Get more REM sleep. Okay, so deep sleep, 8 hours, 9, 10, whatever, but as much as you can. Try and get 8 hours. Green tea or real dark chocolate. I've never took the dark chocolate, I see it works, but green tea, drink a lot of that every day. I drink decaf green tea because I don't want the caffeine all the time, you know. Black coffee, creatine, so you can take them before a workout, doing the weights, it will really help. And anabolic supplements like whey protein, L-arginine, L-citrulline, fish oil, nitric oxide or nitrates from food like beetroot and lots of green vegetables and coloured vegetables, nitrates, and lots of water. Drink lots of water. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, maybe not, but I've explained it to you. Okay, so try and include, if you want to look better, have a better physique, more muscle, less body fat, the more of this you can implement into your daily and weekly routines, the better you're going to look. Okay, so I'm out, your boxing mind.